1, 2, 3, 4.
So let's go give it a shot.
We're doing exercises about a place you'd like to travel, and that's where, of course, the Greece came in. And I think it's probably very beautiful with the Mediterranean crashing along the rocks and the ruins. It just sounds like a really beautiful place. So I tried to convey how beautiful it is in my mind. I'm sure that it is, but I've never been there. It was developing, and I think after 1 week I pretty much had it. So I knew where I was going with the scene in Greece, and I had always wanted to write this other piece at a Passover Seder, and somehow when I managed that she's going to come back and that's going to be her home life, then the skeleton was there and I could just fill it in.
I feel like I was the daddy in the delivery room. I was there when it was being born. I was the catcher. And so you have an affection for something like that, all right? The fact that it is comedy with heart, there's substance here. It's not just jerky laughs.
Going someplace and changing and meeting interesting people. And of course, when you come back, you have changed in some way. People don't really ever understand that. You never really explain to somebody what the experience did for you. And I think that's part of the theme of this. It's like it's about growth, growing from change.
I can't believe it. I mean, you know, as a writer, you're constantly sending your work out, and you wait and you wait and you wait, and this was going on all last year because I wrote the play a year ago, and now I'm back at the Artist Teacher Institute working on something new now. But throughout that time, it was always sending it out, sending it out, sending it out. And you get to a point where you stop waiting for responses because you think it's never going to happen. So the fact that it was selected for this festival, and again, that it's in New York City, it's such a prestigious competition, it was just, again, just so very, very exciting. I've been thrilled since I found out that it's been selected.
It's just real. It's a family just coming together at a holiday, and they fight, but they love each other, and it'll always be that way. They're gonna fight, they're gonna make up. They're gonna fight, they're gonna make up, and that's real life. She's not really travel savvy. I don't think she's traveling on her own, probably for the first time since her husband died. They probably always did everything together. And so she's open to that because she's already made this big leap going on this trip. Something different. Her husband, tried and true all those years, and a new experience of somebody friendly and funny. She's open to that.
Going to Greece is her first wild and crazy thing, the big thing that she's done, right? Going there and doing this alone is quite a brave thing for her.
She's kind of like the do-gooder. She's just trying to keep the peace. She's the peacemaker.
We kind of saw her being a little bit different when we were going to cast the show, and Jane does it very differently, but it also works. So it's interesting how actors bring their own piece to what you've written, and it's the same lines, but they do it differently, but it works.
Her husband's kind of like, say schmuck. No, he's not. He's not at all. He's like a mensch more than a schmuck, a big oaf, and he means well. A lot of times he just says the wrong thing.
Do you know how to keep a sex maniac in suspense?
I've learned to like smile while I'm gritting my teeth underneath.
I saw her as sweet and proper, a little navy blue dress with a little white bowy thing up here, and kind of soft-spoken and so on. But when Jane came to the audition and was, one, so strikingly beautiful and tall, but in a raspy voice, and brought this frustrated sexual energy to it.
I hate you, Steve. I hate you like cats hate dogs.
I think this is going to add an element of wonder for the audience. I think it's going to pull them in a little more. Deborah is yours if you're interested.
A family friend, she's a dear family friend, so she's invited to the Seder. An older woman, funny, so her part was just the one-liners. I'm not a coastal kind of gal. Doesn't say much, but when she says something.
Some was very open to meeting and connecting with people who are not like her. Marge is not like Selma at all, and yet they're dear friends.
What kind of gal are you? Maybe you can tell me later.
She's like the pet of the family. And Manny keeps saying, you know, Marge, you know, what do you think of this? You know, he's not talking to his own wife. He's just like so focused on Marge. You know, they've known each other so long.
He is very genuine. He's a little naive to a certain degree. He's looking for true love, I feel like. And he finds that in Selma. I don't think they realize that it's true love right away, but I feel like the way the play ends, there's something there. There's still a hook, a possibility of a sequel.
But who wouldn't want a Mykonos from Mykonos? I feel like that's like every woman's fantasy, is to go to some tropical paradise and like be taken away, you know.
Is this what it looks like?
He knows everything, and he's the schmoozer. He's there. It reminds me of the I Love Lucy episode when she goes to, it's one of the European ones where the guy working the hotel, he's the valet, he's the this, he's the that, and that's Mykonos. He does everything, and he just appears everywhere.
It's 11:30 at night. I'm trying to get my lines memorized, but I'm doing well. We'll be ready for the big show.
I swear he's like Fabio from It's Not Butter. Like it's just like, boom, the doorbell rings and there's this like hot goddess from God from Greece.
Enjoy your stay, huh?
Even though he's loud and obnoxious sometimes, he really does seem to have a good heart and care for his mother, and probably in a little disbelief that my mother, who I don't think of probably in that sort of way, even though I make all these jokes towards her friend. How much did you pay for that blouse? I don't think of her having relations, and especially after a year after my father passes away in the play, and now here he is and shows up and ready to take her back to Greece. Did you take advantage of my mother? How can you do that to a widow?
He's a good guy.
Yes.
She sees that in him, so that explains her attraction to him. She's very attractive, it explains his attraction to her. They fight, but they love each other.
I think the Strawberry Festival is a great opportunity for playwrights to make a start, and that's what this has been for me. It's just been a first step in the process of having written something, and to get to see it move to fruition is more than exciting. I'm more than excited. I am appreciative that my work was selected and that I'm going to get an opportunity to put it together and to see it in New York City.
So today is Saturday. It's our first rehearsal. I'm very excited to meet everybody and to have our first read-through. So we'll see what happens.
You gave my mother a massage?
When she says Mykonos, you look at her. Mykonos.
Let me give you a hand. You're like, you know what? Did I open that door?
Desdemona.
Marge is a friend of your mother's.
Yeah, and?
So are you invited to sit down? Yeah.
I'm on my way to our director Michael Murphy's house. We're going to be going over some massaging techniques since I have to. Since I am the masseuse in it's Greek to me. As much as we wanted to show the rehearsal of the massage scene, we decided against it since it's such a fun and funny scene. We want it to be a bit of a surprise for the audience.
We're well on our way. I feel excited about what we've done so far, and I have to say I was a little bit nervous going into this, knowing that my family and friends and co-workers have begun buying tickets already, and I didn't even have the cast set in stone. But now that we've had this first rehearsal, I'm feeling much better about it. So that's where we are today, feeling good.
I'm really excited to be here. I think I said excited about 5 times. I'm sorry, I'm on lack of sleep. Eating on the go, it's a crazy life we lead being actors, but it's a great life.
I am really excited to be partaking in It's Greek to Be.
I think this is going to be a real audience pleaser.
Funny play and a really good group of people to be working with.
It's going to be fun. The audience is going to love it.